it is important to begin that journey early. And beginning that journey early means that you get to find clarity on what matters for you, what matters to you. And now, once you get that clarity, then you will know which route to pursue and which route not to pursue.
Yeah, very true.
Also, be open-minded in whatever that you are listening to. But most importantly, knowing where you get your information from.
I don't know. Other than books, I've also found what are they called? Like things like on YouTube videos. Very, very important when it comes to my intellectual growth. YouTube videos, generally technology.
Yes.
Maybe apps. Not recently, let me say from September last year, I started using this gratitude app, and I feel like it is very key in my intellectual growth, because as much as it's just a gratitude app, but it helps me to release my thoughts, because it's like journaling, daily journal, and it gives you prompts. And from these prompts, you can now be creative, and whatever you don't understand, you can actually go and now decide to learn. I don't know how, if technology has really worked for you, because I feel like for me, videos, just going back to our fitness, I've learned so much from YouTube videos when it comes maybe to my fitness journey and anything health, and also just other things, finances and the likes. Same to these apps. I don't know what has worked for you in terms of technology and probably how you view it in relation to intellectual development.
For me, aside from downloading the apps, yes, the YouTube videos, but sometimes the YouTube videos, you know, the way internet gives you everything.
Yeah.
And it keeps on distracting
distracting you.
And there are some people that you listen to, they are maybe biased in terms of whatever they are saying. So yes, I do listen to those videos, but I it's like I filter what I need to
pick exactly
the YouTube, the videos. But I'm also big with podcasting. Podcasts, I listen to most authentic podcasts. Okay, podcasts that I feel they are aligned with whatever that I want to do. So, but recently, because I'm trying to now embody this person in me that wants to get to understand other things aside from things that I am, that are in me now in terms of wellness. I'm also listening to other podcasts that are not wellness related podcasts.
At least something different perspectives about life.
Yes. Wow. And even just to understand what is going on in our country in terms of political matters, in terms of the different levies that are being imposed on the citizens, and what are citizens saying
about,
what are they saying, what are their opinions on whatever that is being imposed on them, just getting to understand what is going on. So I feel like for me, podcasting mostly, and books, and online courses as well.
Wow.
I'm taking a number of courses because I came to realize, we went to school, yes, but maybe there is a skill that you think you are good at and you would want to improve.
Wow.
So right now I'm taking a course that I think would help me be able to nurture my skill as an individual, and be able to use it even later on despite not going to school. So getting those short courses online, because maybe things like Skillshare, we will drop the link.
The link.
Skillshare is just a platform where you get to get tutors to be able to help you in terms of training and everything. It's basically a skill share platform.
Oh wow!
It's skills sharing.
So you find like experts in a particular skill that they're just sharing a skill with those who want to learn about it.
Yes,
Such a
but
thing.
it's more of a course. So you get a
Mhm.
whole course, and you can actually get a certificate out of
Oh, wow.
the end of at the end of the whole course,
Wow.
the program. Yeah. So podcasts, YouTube videos, yes. But a little bit of YouTube videos, because right now YouTube is now mostly known for vlogging, and you just want
true.
it to be
To entertainment, yeah, very true.
But that is why I went mostly for podcasting, because it is more conversation oriented, and yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. And I think for me, another thing is I love motivational videos. You see those ones that sometimes someone is really speaking. Yeah, it's like someone is
to you directly.
speaking to you directly, and actually, I wouldn't say quarreling, but shouting at you like you have to get up. I love those such videos. They really improve my intellectual capacity. I feel like I use them for mindset training. Sometimes when you're feeling so low and you know you have a task to do, I normally just find, I have a number of them, and I would put, it might be for 5 minutes, but just that voice being that serious and not cushioning, or it's like babying you around, really helps me with my intellectual development. And I really like it about that. And then there's,
I've just remembered.
it's okay.
There is one that was saying, life is not easy. Why would I give you motivation on an easy platform? It's like on an easy plate. And life itself is not easy. So yes, I agree with you. It works.
Yeah. For me, it really does work. I don't know. And then there's this aspect where you find some people. Not some people. Let's say me.
Speak for yourself.
I speak for myself. I should stop saying some people and
using a third party to describe you.
Yeah. So let's say, like for me, over the years, I've always looked at intellectual development and, let's say, talent as separate separate things for a very long time. In my mind, I was like, I don't think when you're really building yourself mentally and all that can coexist with just having pure talent. I don't know. I was like, if you have talent, then probably you don't have to keep focusing on building yourself mentally or keep learning.
I think maybe that's a myth.
That's a myth. So, but with time, I've seen, like, slowly by slowly, like, things are shifting. My mindset is shifting, and it came to a point where it was like, after listening definitely to actually most even podcasts where you'd find celebrities, maybe someone is an actress or a musician or an athlete. Someone is one of these, but they keep saying they keep learning, like they just don't stay okay with where they are at that moment. They're always eager to learn more, and I'm like, yo, you have talent. Why are you straining again to learn? And then I came to understand it's like they can actually coexist, because one can help to explain the other. I don't know, what's your perspective on that?
I think they actually need to coexist.
They need to coexist,
because even if you have a talent and you do not cultivate it, even if it is a talent, definitely it will not like it will go, it will like pass away, but slowly by slowly you will start losing it. It's like, let's say, David Rudisha, if he is not putting in the effort. Now, speaking of cultivating talent, if he's not putting in the effort of maybe doing exercises, running around, definitely he can't have the same tenacity that he has currently. So I feel like it's the same thing, especially if maybe your talent is maybe service oriented or mostly service oriented. If it is that, then you have to keep on cultivating it, because also times are changing, and you have to be updated. Even if you have a talent, whatever you're bringing to the table, then it has to be according to the current context.
yeah, and also should be solving at least a problem that is actually existing currently. And I think, just to add on what you said, like, you might not, if you're not continuing maybe with the practice or being consistent with learning and updating your intellectual capacity, even if you have talent, you might not have the same level of performance. It's very true. It's just like sharpening something continuously, slowly by slowly. Maybe you just keep doing that thing and then maybe realize, oh, maybe in my last let me say, for instance, maybe business, or in my last sales strategy, maybe I did this that led to this. Yes, maybe I have a talent to talk to people and actually close deals, or I'm very good at it. But if I won't go and learn of the new ways I can deal with different clients, or the new ways I can use to actually solve situations or come up with different marketing strategies, then other new marketers that are actually up to date and keep updating their intellectual capacity or their ability to learn will throw me or throw whoever is being talked about out of business, which is really, really true.
Because there are so many people who are good with communication.
Yes,
so
very
what is
true.
the difference that you are bringing to
Yeah,
the, what is
what's
that one
unique?
thing that that is unique about you?
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think it also
Mhm.
comes to the part of how our environment has affected us as we grow up.
Mhm.
Like right now where I am at,
Mhm.
maybe my accountability reading person
Mhm.
in terms of reading, if
Mhm.
because either we're not like reading culture is in me.
Is
Even
in you,
me,
you're trying to cultivate
I know
it.
it is important. That
Yeah,
is why
yeah.
I'm trying to
Mhm.
cultivate it. So, and I said again, myself, if I don't know, if I know that I am not good with something,
You will attach yourself to
with
someone
somebody else who I
is
know
good.
that I know they will keep me accountable, which works for me. Other
Wow.
people have their own ways of
Yeah, true.
doing it, but for me, that works for me.
Mhm.
That is where the power of community, that is
Yeah,
where I'm big
comes
on the
in.
power of community, because I know it has worked for me and maybe it can work,
Yeah.
because we are social beings and being together just gives you some motivation to, yeah. So I think there is a way our environment shapes our intellectual growth, because maybe if we are talking and you tell me maybe you listened to something, just that coincidentally we always
listen to almost the same thing. Yeah, true.
but maybe if you tell me you listened about something, and maybe or maybe you have listened to something that you think you would resonate with me, then you normally send it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
sure.
and vice versa, and everything. Do you think environment has?
Yeah, I think environment has really shaped like my intellectual growth, and especially when it's I would say I would answer it maybe in three sections. I remember maybe way back in maybe back in school. Yes, definitely it was just schoolwork, mostly studying, because that's the kind of environment that I was in. People in school or around that point, no one was doing any other thing. Like, most people are just doing the same thing: read for math, English, or if it's in campus, in university, like, just study what you've been told or what you're being taught. But I would say when it now came to the career world, I saw with time things started changing, because I feel like now, at this point, I was now meeting different people who are a bit older than me. Then you get to understand also the need to also listen and also heed advice from people within that industry who are doing way better. And then you realize that in this culture, you now start also adopting some of the habits. Sometimes they might be positive or negative, but you now start adopting some of the habits. And I would say one of the habits within, let's say, my career, or just, let's say, business path this time, within this period, some of the habits I adopted was the self-improvement aspect, and also aspect of mindset training, because there was this notion like when you wake up in the morning, you just can't go to the world like that, because you don't know what you're going to meet. And if you're not prepared for it mentally, then you might not even finish the day happy. So I feel like coming slowly by slowly within this period, I got to now, like, my personal development journey kind of started and now became more intentional during this period, because now also the people I was associating with, or the environment I was in, was actually with people who have this in mind and people who are taking this as a priority. And I saw that it would really bring something, like a very strong difference. And this was the same also in my was the same also in my spiritual life while in Kenya. I also was a part of a group, like, let's say, a Bible study group, and just the constant reminder of people who you're sharing the same faith with and the same environment would keep you slowly by slowly have the urge to keep learning more in that sphere. So environment has definitely shaped my intellectual development in different sections.
And I totally agree. I cannot agree less with that.
Because for you it has also been the same, right?
It has been the same as well. And even the fact that you are around people who are maybe elderly than you, or like they're elders to you, and they know more, they have seen more. So me, the fact that I know you are there and you have seen it, okay, I do not want to miss out, so let me start. Even if I don't know the benefit right now, but it will have planted that seed in me that I can continue to be able to plow and just harvest the fruits later on.
I really love, like, that, like, the fear of missing out literally works for you, Eda.
For sure.
Completely. Because for me, let me tell you, for you right now, you're like, yes, listen to your elders. For me, by the time it got to a point, sometimes you would listen, but probably you wouldn't do it because you're like, your curious mind is like, why am I being told to do this? And there's also this, there's also this, there's also this. But you normally go through experiences until you now see intentionality in the things people are saying. And it got to a point I was like, oh, when you're being told listen to your elders, please do, because these people have walked through the journey. But also it depends in which sphere. If it's, let's say, if it's in the financial sphere, you clearly are seeing someone maybe is doing well financially. If they give you an advice, try and listen. Yes, weigh options. But the most probable thing is they've already walked the journey. So if they've failed and learned from it. So you might fail, yes, but at least you will shorten the period of failing. If it's the spiritual one, I don't know, educational one, anything that revolves around you learning and just you developing. If there's someone who is actually a mentor and is an expert in that sphere, listen.
And the fact that maybe you are even in proximity, you are close by, you can meet maybe every day or even whichever after every time period. Please take advantage of that.
Take advantage. Because it is not like, not everyone has the same opportunity.
And not everyone is willing to actually share.
Yes,
so exactly. If you get people who share, who are willing to share, and they are willing, you see the people who you have to force that information to come
out
from
of them.
But this one, someone is just willingly telling you out of their hearts
and experiences.
And also you don't have to face your own experience. It's good to learn from other people.
It's good to learn from other people.
It shortens the whole failing process, but it's okay to, if you want to learn from your own experiences, it's okay. But listening and learning to just listen to other people who have experienced whatever that you want to venture in, I think helps a lot.
It does help a lot. So I think as we wrap up, what would you probably advise or talk to our viewers, those who are also trying to journey this intellectual development period, or just help them understand like what's the importance of continuous intellectual development in adulthood. Yeah.
First of all, intellectual development is important. It is important. You might be there, you don't know why, but the same thing we were saying the other day. Just that if you the why you might not know right now, but the fact that maybe you have come across this video and we have told you, because it is, we are now saying it from our own experiences.
Yeah, very true.
It is important to begin that journey early. And beginning that journey early means that you get to find clarity on what matters for you. What matters for you. And now, once you get that clarity, then you will know which route to pursue and which route not to pursue.
Yeah, very true.
Also, be open-minded in whatever that you are listening to. But most importantly, knowing where you get your information from, because that is also, you can get, the social media is very diverse, so it's best if you use it to your advantage. Use it to grow you, but also let it be growth in a proper manner, such that you're not growing, you're not always just scrolling TikTok the whole day, listening to what people have to say, but go back and maybe listen to Google in terms of what articles are saying of whatever that you heard of, and just make sure that the information that you are getting into your mind is important and it is clear information.
I think I will just also just add on that, because whatever I want to say is just also related to that. Yes, as much as you're using social media to your advantage, there are also those, the way you've said, like, it's, be intentional with it. And whatever you put in, like whatever you feed your mind, that's what grows.
Garbage in, garbage out.
So if you feed your mind garbage, that's exactly what you're cultivating in your mind. And I don't know if you've ever realized, sometimes you realize there are contents you've kept updating in your mind, and then in every sentence or any statement someone says, the first thought you would have, it's in relation to a particular context. Because, and then when you realize, before, you've been feeding your mind that. So be careful with what you feed your mind. Try and, as much as possible, feed your mind with positivity, things that can develop you, and things that can propel you forward in whatever journey you're in. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And just remember, garbage in, garbage out. So if you didn't take in anything from this video, just remember, garbage in, garbage out.
Be intentional with what you feed your mind.
Yes, be intentional. Intentionality.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe.
Yes.
Like, comment. We would like your comments on this specific conversation. Let us know what else you are doing in terms of intellectual growth, what you are listening to, what you are reading, and let's continue the conversation.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.